You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. Hi, folks, it's Nichols Live, or almost Nichols Live. We've had a development. I wasn't going to talk about it, but I guess I got to now. There was a person helping me with the web page. We got Crossways, and that person is going around calling everyone, saying what a con man and crooked I am. That's going to be for y'all to believe. There really is. The flap came over an issue having to do with getting donations to the 501c3 group that wanted to help. I did not want that name out because of this agreement we made. It got put on our Facebook page. And so for that, I had to stop it. We stopped Facebook without getting into any more discussion about that. Let me tell you something, guys. One of the things I've heard she puts out is that I've got $10,000, I've got $5,000, and then I don't tell and just go right on. Well, that's not quite the way it works. There was a lady kind enough to buy me through a month, which she did. And I had to go ahead and try to get funds coming in. At the same time that happened, I developed a heart problem. I'm going to get into all of that. But designed primarily to try to be ready when that fund ran out. So if you're being called by that person, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. One of the stipulations on the heart is I'm not supposed to be getting all upset inside because it just causes me trouble. But, it seems to go with the territory. Every time I try to let somebody, I guess, get close or be with somebody, it ends up hurting me. And then, of course, when it hurts me, it hurts us. But I will tell you this. Y'all have heard me. I have done everything that I said I would do. I have tried to stay keeping going, to be ready to try to stop Hillary. And for something like this to come up, it's just one more lesson I got to learn. Just one more. That the enemy is, first off, me, and that the enemy is everywhere around. It's a walk, I guess. I've got to walk alone or not walk at all. So, for all that you're going to hear, that's all the story. I'm not going to besmirch somebody that I thought to be a friend. I'm not going to do that to somebody that worked their butt off. I'm not. And just because that person's upset, that's just part of it. That's just the way it's going to have to be. But all of you are going to have to make your minds up again. What you want to believe, there's nothing I can do about it. Nothing. I just know that I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of trying to trust. Sick and tired of trying to believe. To all of you that have helped, to all of you that have sent money to help, it's been very appreciated. It has helped me. It's going to have to continue or there will be no me. That's your call. That's yours, not mine. But the next 3 months are going to be the most critical 3 months in this nation's history. And apparently this person has done everything possible to try and close many of the places that we had to maybe do something. I don't know. I can't tell you. I just don't know. But I'll tell you this. You're just going to have to stand up or stand down. That's your call, not mine. Now you're welcome to talk to the lady that made, one of the people that made the contribution. I think she will tell you, quite frankly, whether I lied or didn't. I had nothing lied. Nothing lied. And I'd ask all of you to think about one damn thing. One thing. Greg, I don't know how many people are listening, so why don't you text me? Well, hell, I can't even see the text in the system we're having to do today. I can't read a text, so I can't get a text today. I'm sorry. You have to call. Huh? Yeah, text Alden, Greg, and then get the number from him. Give the number to Alden. He'll tell me. Please, I want to know how many people are here. But say I'm disappointed would be an understatement. Big understatement. To tell you how much longer I put up with this is something else. You know, the person I just won this time, they just might. And if I'm guilty of anything, it's letting someone take too active a role of trying to help me, and they were trying to help. But they just went too far. And folks, it don't matter. It don't matter if you give 5,000 or 10 million. Nobody, in this particular case, having to do with the Clintons in this battle. No one. Not a soul. Is going to tell me what to do. Now we have 7,710 listeners, so I'm proud that y'all are all here. I'm sad that you're having to hear all of this. Alden, let's open up the phone lines and let's just take the calls. If you have questions, folks, call 501-499-6022. Let's get it over with. Damn it, let's get it over with. I'm not going to sit here can be chastised and lambasted from phone calls from people. If you want to talk to me, you call in now. You got a question, you ask. And to the lady that gave the money that supposedly I took and then kept right on, I did, because that money was going to run out, and we knew it. But she's welcome to call, and she can tell you herself. All right. I've had a caller. Caller, are you there? Hello, caller.
Yeah, Larry.
Yes.
Hey, this is Warren.
Hey, Warren.
One of the people's helping you, and I was one of the ones that got a phone call from a certain person. I think what's being said. The only way that you can stop what's being said, and it would help you a lot, if you would just take your medical bills and make them public. That would stop anything that not the truth out there being said about you. That would stop it right away.
I'm not going to do that, Warren. Same reason I didn't do it with Jeff Rentz and the others. I sent Rentz copies of the medical bill. Did you ever tell that to y'all? Huh?
I'm sorry.
Did you ever hear Jeff Rentz tell you that I've sent him copies of the medical bills?
No, I've not been in contact with him.
Yeah. I've sent them out before. I'm not going to make my medical bills public to the whole damn country. I'm going to tell you why. I walk on pins and needles and getting kicked out of a program. And people would call. And then I'd get kicked out. Then we got nothing. I deserve 1 ounce of privacy, Warren. One. Now, anybody that knows me, anybody around here knows that I let know. But I keep everything to myself for another reason. Do you really want me going to the hospital when they know it with the Clintons after me? Do you really want me to walk over there every day and then know exactly when? Do you?
Yeah. That's the only suggestion I know.
I understand, but there's no way I can put it out for everybody. No way. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's a kitchen table full of them. And then when I put them out with rent, send him some of them. You know what? It didn't change a thing. Didn't change a thing.
Well, buddy, I'm gonna let you get back to your show, man. That was my suggestion.
I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you.
I hope you get feeling better today, man.
Well, I'm feeling real chipper, but we're gonna deal with this issue and get it done. Get it over with. All right, buddy. Thank you. Anybody else? Give me a call. As a matter of fact, it was this person. This very person that was so adamant back during the thing with Jeff Rentz, when another person that was handling the Facebook did the same thing. Another person did the very same thing. And this person that's doing it now said, don't do it. Don't put it out. But I still sent it to Rentz. I sent some of them. God, I can't send all of them. Anybody else call? Give me a call, 501-499-6022. I'd ask you all to think of this. Knowing who I am, do you think if I ever spit on a sidewalk that the Clintons, with all the power they got, wouldn't put me in jail, under the jail? Are you kidding me? Do you realize who I'm up against? Hey, I got another one for you. Thanks to all of this coming out now, do you really believe that I'm so stupid that Hillary and them can take this and use it? Don't you think they could take it and end me in a split second? Huh? Do you not think they could put it out? What the hell is wrong with people? I'm not proud of where I'm at. I'm not proud of what I got to do. Not one damn bit. But I've tried to be as straightforward as I can. And you better believe when Hillary gets that nomination, that if I wasn't going through what I'm going through, trust me, folks, it'll be the biggest scandal to ever hit Main Street. And by the way, the phrase used by the person to rent was, this person said, I wish you were faking it. I wish you were. Look, guys, I can't help y'all if you think that. I can't. Hell, I'm the only person in the world that can't even die in peace. So give me a call. 501-499-6022. And then come Monday, you're either going to be here or you're not. And we're either going to try to fight this thing together or we're not. There will be many things said about me. This isn't one of them, but there will be many things said about me. I know that. I've told y'all that. I haven't lied to you about who I was and what I'm willing to do to stop the Clintons. I'm not. I'm tired of people trying to use something that's very personal and very private as a way to get to me. Because you're not accomplishing a thing. You're not accomplishing a thing. Folks, every day I try in my mind, in my heart, every day. Every day. Ask Alden. He'll tell you. Every day I think about just letting it go. Just stopping this. Just giving up. Just quitting. Just quitting. This is just crap I don't need. And it might even be better for me. It would certainly end quicker. It certainly wouldn't be as humiliating. But when you've got to stoop to beg y'all for money, you've got to stoop to beg like a damn pauper on the side of the road, there's not much more humiliation than that. So the person trying to destroy me, go ahead on. But I want to hear from y'all. Come on. 501-499-6022. Give me a call. Tell me. Tell me. Or are you please call? If there's any doubt, just bring it up. Nobody's going to snap at you. Nobody's going to get mad at him. I'm not mad at Warren. He's just trying to help. He's just trying. Give me a call. Greg, type in to all and how many people are on that? How many people are listening right now? Let's see if it's gone down. I'll tell you, Carol Chapline, if you're listening, call in, 501. All right? Yes, caller.
Hello, this is a guinea pig, sir.
Hey, guinea pig, how are you, buddy?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. Don't let all this stuff on Facebook get to you. That's why I stay off of Facebook. One of my neighbors told me about 2 years ago it's just drama. And ever since then, I've stayed away from it. And, people just go on there and talk and don't know what they're talking about.
You know, guinea pig, when I shut down with the other person that was doing Facebook, when I shut it down, I was told that Yeah. Guinea pig, you're getting some kind of noise or something in the background. Can you hear your radio or whatever?
I don't have a radio on. I hung up from the program before I made this call, so I was hoping it wouldn't echo.
Okay. Well, anyway, the other person, I shut down the Facebook, and then the person that was doing it now said we needed to get it back up, and did a great job of putting it out. But it just, you're right, it's just a mess. It is just a mess, and it was just the way I was told. I felt like it was a way to be able to communicate with people, and boy, what a mistake again. The guinea pig. Where was it, Baldwin? Probably. All right. So you see, guinea pig, the listenership's gone up since we started, so at least that hadn't gone down. The guinea pig, thank you, buddy.
Okay. Also, something else too. We need to start. We need to start boycotting some of these people and musicians that try to shove their views down our throats. You know. Like they made a big deal about the Republicans playing a song by a band called Queen. In my opinion, if you go out and buy a CD, you should be able to play that music anywhere you want.
Well, I agree with that. I don't understand those laws, but I do agree with you. If you buy it, you ought to be able to hear it. Now, he shouldn't be able to sell it. I'm not saying they should be able to sell it, but they ought to be able to play it wherever they want to play it.
Yeah, and Tom Petty is one of the worst. Every time a Republican plays one of his songs, he throws a big fit.
Well, it ain't cover ignorance, guinea pig, and so Trump's people should be aware of that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, my friend. Thank you. We got to move on, buddy.
Okay, you have a good day, sir.
Thank you. All right. Who else? Carol Chapline, if you're out there, give me a call. Carol Chapline, call 501-499-6022. I don't... What? Are you on the air or was that just to me? Oh, okay. Well, Greg said that it was a matter of professional jealousy. I don't know about that. I'm not going to, as I say, I valued that friendship. I hate that friendship's gone, but it's gone. Next caller, go ahead. Huh?
I'm looking to Larry Nichols live.
Yeah, let's see. Yes, caller, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Who's this?
My name is Snowwolf.
Hello, Snowwolf. How are you, sir?
Pretty good. Just a question for you. Now that the RNC is wrapped up, how do you see August to January with this time? Is it anything predictions or on radar?
Well, what's going to happen after this RNC convention is by the end of this weekend, caller, what we're going to hear about this convention is it's not even going to look like the convention that we saw. Or y'all saw, I didn't get to see it. But what they're going to convince everybody is that this convention was dark. You know, they've got their hook line now. It was very dark.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's what's going to carry over. It's not going to be the good stuff they talked about. Not going to be any of that. It's all going to be about how dark. And you see, if you listen to this program, caller, you know we tell it pretty straight every day, or I try to. And I'm going to tell you the situation our country's in is awfully dark. It ain't pretty dark. It's awfully dark. But there's only one way to solve it, and that's to step up, face up to it, get it out in the open and find somebody, hopefully, that might try to fix it, that can fix it. But the prediction for this convention is it's going to be thrown under the bus by the media. And all of the, come Sunday, all you're going to hear is how this convention was a flop and how it was so dark. And then they're going to come at us with Hillary and see their convention's not going to be dark. It's going to be real happy. And you know how they're going to make it happy, Carl? Because it's going to start to finish. It's going to be, give me this, give me that. We're going to give you free education. We're going to give you free health care. We're going to give you everything under the sun, knowing, of course, that they can't, knowing that they won't.
Right.
That's exactly what's going to happen. And I just pray to God. I just pray to God. That's what's happened with this Facebook person that messes us up where we can't get an inroad to Trump's people to try to help. If it does, it's all lost. It's all lost.
Every morning, every night, you have to say your prayers, even if you can't contribute, which I do. And I'll just add, I try to hit your pace out, and I was having the old school way and check in. I tried it a couple of times, and I had a little bit of a hard time. So people there, you got to take the extra effort and do what you have to do to make sure Larry's taken care of.
My friend, thank you so much. You'll notice
Thank you, God bless. I'm always listening. Keep on the good fight, my friend.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, hey, Carla, let me say this. Do you think I ought to just shut the program down? Carla, are you there? Oh, okay, we lost the caller. Yeah, that's another option, folks. Just shut the program down. Shut it all down. Just to stop it all. Let's just let something like this destroy a nation that we're trying to save. That's all I ask. Does that make sense to anyone? I swear. But anyway, I'm glad this happened. I'm glad it happened now. I really am. I'm glad it's out now and happening. If it's going to happen, let it happen now. Because in a week, a little over a week, we're not going to be in a position to stop or stall anything. We're going to have to go forward. And of all the things that the Clintons are going to come at me about, and they're going to come at me hard, not y'all, me. This one ain't one of them. This isn't one of them. All right. Got another caller. Caller, are you there?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my name's Matt. I was wondering about the, I've looked at your past streams, and you talk about the financial collapse, and you say that it's closer than we think. What do you mean by that?
The financial collapse is closer. What do I mean by the financial collapse is closer than we think?
Like,
is that the question? I can tell you exactly what I'm talking about. Right now, and I've told you this before, but I'm going to tell you again, and I'm going to explain what they're doing. One of the 5 major banks has 70% of the debt of Puerto Rico. And as you know, about a month ago, Puerto Rico was begging in a commercial. I don't know if you saw it, but there was a lady on a commercial begging us to tell our congressman to bail them out. Do you remember that?
yes, sir.
All right. Had our Congress not bellied up to the bar and agreed to pay Puerto Rico's debt, we would already be in a financial crisis. It would have already caved in.
So how
Congress, I'm talking about when the big bank goes under, the one of five, it will be a matter of days, not weeks, when the other four banks will go under as well. And what they're going to do as a fail-safe to that crash, what they're going to do, caller, is they are going to nationalize, they're going to claim they have to nationalize the bank, and the government's going to have to, Federal Reserve, not the government, but they'll say it's the government, but the Federal Reserve, as you know, is not the government. The government's going to have to take over, the Federal Reserve is going to have to take over all banking in America. All banking. Then they're going to do here, they've already got the plans, they're going to do here what they have done in Greece, Portugal, and other countries in Europe that have fallen, and they're going to limit what you can take out of the bank. And you see, they've already got us hooked. They got us hooked because so many people today have gone to electronic banking. You know, man, I mean, that's what's got us. So you're not going to be able to say, well, shoot, if they're not going to let me have the $20 or $50 a week of my own money, then here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop having my money automatically transferred to my bank. And I'm going to get a check, and I'm going to get a check cash. They're going to stop you from that. They're not going to let you change that contract. Then, after they nationalize, what they're going to do next is they're going to go to 0% interest. You already hear them talk about it. That is not making your house payment go down. 0% interest. What that is going to mean is they're going to charge you. The bank, which is really the Federal Reserve, is going to charge you to keep your money. And ostensibly, they're doing that so that they can pay off and bail out the economy. Now, when all of this happens, your stock market, your 401ks, everything you hold will go in the tank, man. Everything. You will be worth nothing.
Okay. Thank you, Larry, for sharing this with me. I hope and pray for your organization. I pray that you grow. And thanks for the information, Larry.
You got my friend. Thank you. Folks, that's coming. Now, the good news is it's buying us a little bit of time. All of these politicians, remember, they want to keep their job. That's all they want. And they're not going to let it happen right now. Thanks, Matt. Let me ask something, Matt. You answer a question for me.
Yeah, what?
You think I ought to just say to hell with the program?
I can't hear you.
You think I ought to just shut the program down? This program, you think I ought to shut it down?
Maybe. It's hard to answer at this time. Probably.
Mm-hmm. All right, buddy. Thank you. See ya. All right. Got another call. Thanks. To the next caller. Caller, you're on.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, Larry. I have a follow-up question. Go on a couple segments. You mentioned a bow, like a sling bow. Can you repeat that a little bit further?
I'm sorry. I couldn't understand your question, caller. Say it again, please.
Oh, yes. I was calling earlier. A couple of shows previous, you mentioned a self-defense. You're talking about the people with the sling bows or something with a self-defense within in your perimeter of your own home for security.
Right. All right. There's two kind of bows that I would recommend you get, caller. Two. Mm-hmm. One is a pistol crossbow. Okay. Mm-hmm. And the one that I have found, and I get nothing for it, nothing. Pistol crossbow, you just take the handle and you cock it, it pulls it back, you put an arrow in it, and it is unbelievable what that baby will do.
Mm.
That's one. Then the second type of bow, that's about $50. The second type of bow is a recurve, kind of like you see with Robin Hood and people like that. The only difference is that it curves out instead of just making a bow look. On the ends, it curves back out. It's called a recurve. Now, I have found a company that makes them with a draw weight of like 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 pounds.
Mm.
It doesn't seem like that would be enough strength to make it, effective. But I'm telling you, we tune them so that when you get it, it shoots at like 97 feet per second. I mean, it sends that arrow flying.
Mm.
And the reason I want y'all to get the bows is because going and shooting off a gun in your neighborhood is not safe. It's not. Because if you miss, that bullet from a gun can go out a window. Some guns, 357, etc., are so powerful, it'll go through a wall, across the street, into another wall, and kill a baby next door.
Mm.
In an urban environment, guns are not the kind of thing to go popping off if you don't know what you're doing. Plus, most of the things coming at you, most of them will come at night. If you're not used to firing a pistol or a weapon at night, it's hard to hit. You're going to miss. Now, with limited effort, you take either of these bows, and for the distances of self-protection that we're talking about for your home, in a couple of days, you'll be able to hit anything you want to shoot at. And put it down. And put it down. Now, the number to call, it's not me. You're welcome to call her. You can even ask her. I don't get anything from it. Her name is Karen.
You should.
Well, the number is 501-472-1097. 501-472-1097. And for personal defense, because we're fixing to go nuts. If y'all haven't seen it, this country is fixing to go nuts. Black Lives Matter, Muslims.
Sorry to interrupt. What do you think about bear spray for close proximity for self-defense? I never tried it, but I've heard it's good too. Like if you live in New York City, you can actually purchase and use it.
Hairspray for a woman or a man can get somebody that's on you right on top of you. Yes, you squirt that in their eyes and you will get them disoriented and maybe back them off. What I'm talking about for home defense is you want to catch them coming in the door. You're too far for hairspray.
All right. And I have a second follow-up question with a little more change the subject, the financial stuff from banking. What do you think about credit unions from the financial point of view? Is it safe? Saying you should get your money out of the bank? What's your opinion on that?
All right, listen, I'm not a financial advisor or counselor. Okay, I don't have a license. I'm not doing that. What I'm trying to tell you is this. If this economy goes down in the tank, if you cannot see your cash, you don't have it. You got it? If you can't reach out and touch it, you don't have it. And whether it's a savings loan, whether it's a credit union, a savings loan, a stock 401, a bank, if it collapses, if and when they go down, every one of them go down. And with it goes your funds. This is the one time that I can say honestly, at no more interest than you're getting from your bank or credit union or whatever, is it really worth leaving your money there with the risk that they could go bankrupt or collapse and you not get any of it? And if they were paying you 20% a month, hey, you're making some money. But right now, you're not paying you enough interest to really want covering the risk. And remember, the FDIC or FSLIC, which would be your credit unions, all of that stuff is good for $100,000. However, in the 80s, when the savings and loans went down, what happened was people got like 5 cents on the dollar or 2 cents on the dollar if they got anything at all. Because the FSLIC, they didn't have enough money to cover everybody going under.
Right.
You're exposed.
It's a history lesson.
Yeah. All right, my buddy. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. All right, folks, give me a call, 501-499-6022. And by the way, I do need help. Weekend coming, I've got part of it. I don't have it all. Go to PayPal if you want, Nichols Live at AOL.com. Please help if you can. Anybody else want to call? Let's get this stuff out there. Let's get it on. What? Yeah. What Greg, what Leading Edge was telling me is true in a sense. I'm paraphrasing that I brought a lot of this on myself, folks, because I should tighten up my circle of friends and really be careful and be tight. Folks, I tried to do that. I really did. I tried. It's true. But it's to the point where I don't guess I can have a circle of friends. Caller, you're on. What you got?
Oh, hi, Larry.
Yes.
Are you there? It's Barb. We spoke a couple of months ago about a cancer cure, but that's not what I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about your Facebook problem. This is a wonderful timing. This is a really, really good thing. Most of your audience, like me, don't even want to go anywhere near Facebook because we know they're a bunch of crooks. And I really understand what you were saying about it being a place to reach people. But really, all you should have on a Facebook page is maybe just a link to a web page somewhere where you can maybe have a blog or something like that. But most of your audience, we know what Facebook is all about, so most of us won't use it. So this is wonderful timing because you've been dependent on other people that you can't trust. And unfortunately, there are always idiots everywhere, and I've developed lots of websites. I've dealt with lots of people like this in the past who tend to keep people as almost their prisoners because they have the technical ability to do these, Facebook pages or whatever. So I've helped lots and lots of clients get away from those type of people. Now, I'm not offering to do that for you. I'm just telling you that that's a common thing. And what I want to say is I think this is God working for you to get you out of that Facebook mess before the battle really starts. You are so important to everybody in this world, and I understand everything that you're saying, and I hate with a passion, it brings tears to my eyes to watch you having to beg for money. And I believe that a lot more people would be able to get in touch with you and maybe be more willing to get in touch with you if they didn't think that, if you weren't pushing the Facebook thing so much, because most people aren't going to go there to try and reach you. You've obviously got lots of listeners, 7,600 live listeners every day, plus who knows how many thousands of people that download all your radio shows from YouTube like I do and watch them in the middle of the night when I have time to listen to you. I do try to listen to you live every day if I can. So your radio show is absolutely critical because it is reaching all of these people out there that are listening live to your show. I mean, this is a critical show.
I appreciate what you said. It's not the Facebook, because I had the Facebook shut down from the other guy.
Yeah.
It's just what is tearing me up is I think I have friends,
Oh, I know. I've been through it before.
People that, are just
Yep.
I don't
I know exactly how that.
Me. You know, Brad, it's me. It's not that person's fault. It's mine. I guess. I just.
No, it's
you're
not. You're not the first one to have had this happen to them over and over, and I want you to know that I know exactly what it feels like. I've had it happen to me, and I know we understand. I would say probably almost 99% of your listeners know exactly what you're going through and what you're talking about, and we don't believe that whoever that person is, we don't believe them. We believe you because we believe in you. You know,
what hurts, Lord? What hurts, Lord, is...
Oh, I know it does. I know it does.
She's going to all the people that have contributed money.
Yes.
And she's telling them I'm a fraud. If you just stop 10% of the people that have been helping.
Oh, I know.
And I don't have enough money to get by. It just doesn't. I can't do it. It's already.
Trust me, I understand exactly what you're saying.
But
we all know how you feel, and we're all on your side. By the way, even for all the people that don't call in, and for, like you said, the force multiplier. Here's one person calling in who never has ever called into a show in my life. But you are so important, and you really need to hear right now that your radio show is far more important than your Facebook, and I do understand exactly what you're saying about your...
I assure you this. I assure you this, Bob.
Mm-hmm.
This one I can promise you all. If I die tomorrow, it matters not. But there will not be another Facebook for me.
I think that's
enough.
Wonderful.
Twice is enough.
Yep.
And you're right.
Yep. That's
Better
wonderful.
now. Better now. If it's going to destroy us, then let it do it now.
Yep.
But dear God, don't do it when we get in the middle of the fight.
There's nothing really on Facebook that appeals, I think, to the majority of your audience. We are focused on solutions and following you to do what really needs to be done, the actual, real solution. The Facebook...
My problem, Bob, is just...
And I think the most
on
important...
the verge of quitting the program. I'm just on the verge of just giving up.
Oh, I know you are. That's why I'm calling, because I can see that I've been there before, and I know exactly how you're feeling. And I know what a fighter you are. And I know how much it bothers you to have to beg for money. It would drive me absolutely insane, just like it does you. You're a proud man who has always been independent, who has always looked after himself and everybody else around him, too. I mean, you're a leader that is very hard to find in this world. So your radio show is so critical. If you're going to give, I agree, get rid of Facebook. This is God talking to you. Get rid of Facebook because the battle is about to begin, and that is holding you back. So I believe that this is really a good thing. It's a really, really good thing that this happened right now. Even as bad as it feels that people are like this and that they stab you in the back when you least expect it, people that you trusted, there are still a lot of people out there in this world. I know it took me decades to start trusting people again after these sorts of things happened to me. But there are 10,000 people out there at least right now that I know agree with me, and we are all on your side, and we all want you to keep your radio show going because that's how we hear you. We never go to Facebook. So that is holding you back, Larry. This is a really good thing. Look at this as a positive thing, and not that person was like that, but it's a good thing you found out now about them instead of later.
Well, just know this, Barb. I don't want anybody, no one. I want no one to go against this person. No one.
Oh, no.
Folks. That person made a decision. I'm sorry. It went the way it did.
Yes.
But just leave it alone, man.
Yep, we understand that.
To her, I'm not going to allow that.
We understand that completely. And we think that, if you can go forward from here with a more positive thing, forget that guy. Forget him. He's gone, or whoever that person was. He's gone. Whatever he's doing, we know it's the wrong thing to do. But if you keep your radio show, forget your Facebook thing, and just, you don't need the Facebook. It's not going to gain you anything. All it does is put you at the mercy of some kid who says they can do some technical things. What you need are people that you can really trust, because this battle that's coming, you can't afford to have people that you're dependent on that you can't trust. So this is a wonderful thing.
I agree with that.
This is a wonderful thing. This is really good.
So right. All right, honey. Thank you. Thank you so much, Barb. I'm sorry, what? Caller? Oh, okay. Thank you for that, Barb. Thank you. You know, folks, I'm just telling you, it is decision time for all of us. For all of us. All right, we have another call. Caller, are you there?
Yes, I am. Larry, Greg with Leading Edge Radio. Very sorry to hear of the momentary troubles. But, you know, as the Bible says, that we have many troubles, that they are light and momentary. I just wanted to weigh in on this very quickly to say that you're certainly taking the high road, Larry, and that's your way, that's God's way, and that's Leading Edge's way. But if I have anything to do with it, your program will remain, and we appreciate our listeners. We appreciate all that you do for the network. And as Barb said so eloquently a few moments ago, that better to find out now than later, because we are entering into a very difficult period. One thing I wanted to tell you, Larry, before you got busy this afternoon, was I sent Alden an audio tape that's about 15 minutes in length, and I've been in possession of this for a few days now, and I want you and Alden to, when you get time and you feel like it, to review it. But I will tell the listeners that, thank God, we got through the Republican convention without any real violence. There were some incidents yesterday at the convention which included stickers, and this didn't make the mainstream media, but certainly it can be documented. There were a couple of officers from Georgia who had some stickers applied to them. They were touched, and one of the officers' arms went numb and experienced pain. Thankfully, as far as I know, they recovered. And then there were some anarchists with syringes. But, you know, with only about 23 arrests, you know, God was really good to us at that convention. And I know that we're in for a big fight.
You know, Greg, that convention is an example of somebody doing something right for a change. What the chief of police in the city of Cleveland did, Greg, is they did what should always be done. They went at it with overwhelming force. And it was the overwhelming force. We have no idea, Greg. We have no idea how many people were there planning to disrupt the place, planning to cause trouble, had all these great plans. But when you're sitting there and looking at a massive force of law enforcement like Cleveland had brought to bear, it'll dissuade you. It really will. And it did. And that should be the lesson for all cities now. And I understand. You know, I understand every city cannot bring to bear that kind of effort. If you're going to have to learn how, because it's going to get wild. It is.
Well, Larry, the reason I sent you this audio tape through Alden was one of my friends who I've known for a long time. You've heard me speak of him, Al Cuppett, who 31 years joint military service in the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines, and then 19 years of that was with the Joint Chiefs of Staff as an action officer. And he's that fellow that I told you about that gets up at 2 o'clock in the morning and prays faithfully, and has done so for many years. And then his friend Bob, who's a pastor. And I know that I don't put a lot of stock, a lot of time in people that call themselves pastors and prophets. Bob is not one of those people, but I will tell you that every time Al has sent me anything from Bob over the years, I've seen it come to pass. Thankfully, the Lord intervened at the RNC convention, because there were plans there, and we warned. After I heard this video or heard this audio, I specifically warned people within the security realm at the convention and other places that there were specific.
We're almost out of time, but there's one thing I think you can help the audience with. Just like the health issue, there are going to be people that doubt it. I can't do anything about that. I can't. I won't. Now, the military issue. You've talked to people in the military at high-ranking levels. Had they ever heard of me?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, your name comes up often. I have to say that of all the people I've ever mentioned, I would say 99.9% of them have heard of you, and only about 0.1% either have not, or they said the name sounded familiar, or worse yet, they said, that guy? Oh, man.
So,
but
folks, I just want you to know, I just want y'all to know, because a lot of what we're going to be doing, we're going to have to do with the precision of a military operation. We really are now. I'm not talking about guns and bombs and such. But we're going to have to move. And I want Greg, as best he can, if you have questions as to whether I'm qualified militarily to do such a thing. He's talked with a number of high-ranking guys that know my military service in ways that we could never share. Is that a true statement?
That's absolutely true, Larry. And you're not kidding. I don't know how, anybody that doubts your military service either is not in the know or they don't have access to records. And I will tell people straight out, there are people inside the military who have been on specific missions, and they knew they went on those missions, and their records, mysteriously burned up. There was a fire in St. Louis where records disappeared, but, you've got copies of your service, and the military at the high levels knows where you've been. And, ladies and gentlemen, I know that this show is just about concluded, but I have to tell you that, a lot of times you may think you have all the facts, but, and I don't say this to be egotistical on the part of myself or Larry, but, there's always people will tend to poke fun of the man or woman in the arena, but it's guys like Larry who go into the arena and come out pretty bloodied up and don't get a lot of thanks sometimes, and that's very, very hurtful. You may think you have all the facts, ladies and gentlemen, but until you're on the inside, you may not be quite as well versed on the subject matter as you think. If you're doubting Larry and you're listening to this program right now, I would urge you to stop kicking against the bricks and working against Larry. Because first of all, Larry wouldn't be on this network if he were some kind of a con man.
Yeah, we're just about out of time, Greg. So wrap her up, buddy. We got 2 minutes or 1:60, something like that.
Well, Larry, I will let you take over the rest of the program, and I didn't mean to run this long, but I do want you to give that thing a listen, and it will be 15 minutes, and obviously part of it did not come true, which we're thankful of, but we've got this Democratic convention coming up, and I think the propensity for violence, I would have thought that the violence would have occurred in Cleveland.
Well, let me say this. We've got to run right quick, folks. Do this for me, please, if you're still with me. Go to PayPal. I got to have help this weekend. I got to have your help. PayPal, Nichols Live at AOL.com. Greg, all of you, we're done. We're done.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of.